violinists, welcome to Prime Strings. I'm Henriette and I'm so excited to see you here and learning to play the violin. Today we're playing the first performance, the first song in the Stepping Stones book, and we're going to go over some of the techniques and I'll help you and tell you how to play it. So let me play it for you first. Violin, preparation is ever so important. So let's get you prepared with a proper bow hold. I'm sure your teacher will have told you about the bow hold, that you have a little circle between your middle finger and your thumb is nicely bent, as you can see. That's going to go there. Then I'm putting all my fingers down, but in such a way that I've got a little space here and a little space here. My little finger is on the side edge and it's also curved. So both my thumb and my little finger are nicely bent. Now we're going to play this song at the lower half of the bow, which is this area here, and I've got a little sticker in the middle of the bow that indicates where the middle is, and we're going to play up to the middle and back. Now your left hand can hold the violin like that, and you want to make sure that your violin is not too high up and neither is it too low down. If you put a little ping pong ball here, it should slowly but very slowly roll this way, and that's how you've properly placed the violin on your shoulder. The violin shouldn't be under your chin here. You need to slide it a little bit further to the left over your collarbone so that your chin rest here, that's a bit of a confusing term, isn't it? The thing is a chin rest, but it isn't really your chin that goes on it. It's this corner of your jaw that should go on it. So slide it sideways a little bit until the corner of your jaw is there, and you actually have got your violin really close to your earlobe when you've got it like that. Okay, now let's go and get ready on the D string at the heel of the bow. This end of the bow is called the heel. And after 2, we're going to do 2 bow strokes before we go to the A string. 1, 2. Very good. And you can see that each of those bow strokes goes up to my sticker and back. So I'm really practicing how to play on the lower half of the bow. Now, I want you to have a look at your music now and think about whether there is a pattern. Is there a pattern in the notes? And I'm saying to that question, yes, there is a pattern, because you get D, D, A, A, and then again D, D, A, A. That's that same pattern that gets repeated, and it gets repeated another time, D, D, A, A, before at the end it goes upside down, A, A, D, D. So my pattern is 3 times D, D, A, A, and a 4th time it comes the other way around, A, A, D, D. Now, music becomes a lot easier when you start to spot patterns like that. And that's why I want you to get into a habit of spotting patterns right from this moment on. And it will make your playing much easier. So let's play it again, thinking about those patterns. So check over your bow hold. Check over your left hand. Check over your violin. And we're going to get ready, set the bow onto the D string, ready to start. And we're starting after 2. 1, 2. Now, when you first start to play, it's quite tricky to play only on one string. Now, it is your right elbow that determines which string you're playing on. Can you see that when I'm on the G string, my string that's furthest to the left, my elbow is a lot higher and it guides the bow across the strings. Whereas if I play on the E string, which is the string furthest to your right, my elbow is much lower. So when we play on the D and A strings, I'm playing in this elbow level. And you can see how my elbow goes up a little bit for the D string, down a little bit for the A string. And as you go along, you'll find those levels much more automatically. So first, don't worry too much if you hit other strings that you don't mean to play. That often happens with many people. But I want you to do this little seesaw exercise at the same time so that you gradually start to feel those different elbow levels. Okay, so I'm putting my bow down in the middle. Let's start on the G string, shall we? And then drop your elbow down. And you will find your bow, as a result, goes to the E string. Now lift your elbow up again. And you hit it there. You come back to the G string. Okay, now let's just practice that much smaller distance for your elbow when you go on the D and A strings. Shall we play the song one more time now, thinking about your elbow levels? So, check over your bow hold. Check over your left hand. Make sure your violin's properly on your shoulder so it sits high up close to your ear. And now we're going to get the bow ready on the D string. So adjust your elbow level so that it is level for the D string. In a moment, when we go to A, we're going to drop our elbow down slightly. Are you ready? 1, 2. Well done. You will find that when you play it 3 or 4 times over each time you practice, by the end of the week you will know it pretty well off by heart. You want to know your music so well for your next lesson that you can play it from memory, so without looking at your music. Go on then, let's play it one more time, shall we? So, check over your bow hold, check over your left hand, check over the violin position. Lovely job. Let's get your bow ready on the D string. Make sure that you leave your bow down on the string from the beginning to the end of this piece, so you don't lift the bow off the string. Are you ready? 1, 2. Well done, that was lovely practicing. Super. Thank you very much for watching, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Goodbye.